Hello. Can you hear me? Check, check. I was just sharing that I'm live. Good. And how is everyone today? Still warming up a little bit, so how you doing, man? You okay? Yeah, I'm keeping okay. I had a cancellation this morning, so my first client isn't until 1 o'clock today, so I figured I would just come on. And here is a casual reminder for everybody to hit the like stream, even though there might not be any. Hit like on the stream, even, and hit the like button, even if there's nothing that you like at this point. Either way, it helps. Nope, that's wrong. I've lost it. I've lost it. That's because I've not been practicing that song. Does anybody have that thing where, you know, you play well, but then when you play in front of people, you go to play the hardest thing, or the thing that you're not practiced at, or you're just not very good at, and then everyone's like, hey, you can't actually play very well. And it's like, I can play, I promise. It's just like nothing else is coming to mind but the most difficult thing that you know. How's it going, Rene? You okay? I'm trying to think of what other trivium riffs I've learned. There's been a fair few at this point, but some of them are more on like your standard sort of tuning for 7-string stuff. Oh, I like the That's a good riff. Love that. That's a really cool riff. Is that the one that goes, That one? Something like that? You're fine. Continue to work on your EP. Cool. I am so behind with mine because I had to re-record it. Yeah, there was a ground hum on all my guitar tracks that I didn't realize was there. So I have literally had to re-record every song on my EP bar one. And did I have the motivation to do that? No. That's rhythms, guitar solos, everything. It sucked. So I've done 2 of the 3 that I needed to do. And I should probably be re-recording now, but hey, I'm just not in the mood. How's the band? I have not got one. Lost Cause is dead and in the gutter. It's over. R.I.P. So yeah, that's where my EPs come into it. But if you like some of the sound that a Lost Cause had, I've definitely, you know, at the end of the day, it's my writing. So my EPs literally full of it. Oh, I'm not sorry to hear that, bro. Don't you worry. I miss performing live with all my heart, for sure. But that's not to say that I'll never do it again. But I do not miss that band at all. So yeah, it's positive. If you want new good things in your life, you have to make room for them, you know? But my EP, it's being mixed by the same producer. And it's still down-tuned guitars with a wall of reverb underneath. It's me on vocals for everything. I've literally done everything. Oops, sorry. It's literally me on everything. Vocals, writing, lyrics. Friendly reminder to please hit the like button if you're having a nice time. We've got 1 like so far and 10 people on the stream. So that means 9 of y'all need to hit that like button. Please. Even if you don't like what you're seeing right now. It just helps. There's 2. Okay, can we get a 3? I'm going to keep playing Trivium Riffs until we hit 10. Hit 10. Hey, 10 likes. That's all it took. Cool, but there's 11 of you on now. I did see a 12th. We need 1 more person. Come on, guys. You know you want to. It's like paying for your meal, right? You're going to check out some less requested songs that you did not on the last stream. Yeah, I will. Hey, 11 likes, thank you. But there's 13 if you want, so keep them coming, thank you. Just got together with an alternative metal recently, working on a material at the moment. Cool, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm going back for sure. I don't know Strife because I've been saving Strife because I know you all want me to listen to it. Write a bullet song real quick. Okay. Something like that. It's the sort of thing they would do. Yeah, or maybe. That's a little bit kill switch though, right? But in this day and age of bullet is just. That sort of a thing. Dead is the traditional formula, which is fine. Band's got to progress, right? But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back to Dead Man first because that was what I was most excited by recently. I think the next lesson will be not lesson, sorry. The next lesson on my Patreon page, by the way, is Hearts Burst Into Fire. And again, I should be picking that apart today. But I'll do that tomorrow. But the next reaction is probably going to be the Defiant. And you can't change my mind. Throw some dissonance in that riff and you've got kill switch. Yeah, totally. Tone sounds killer. Dude, love the ambience. Yeah, thanks. It's probably arguably too much for some, but hey, screw it. But yeah, I've been saving Strife for a reaction video. Am I in drop D? Well, I thought I was in drop C when I picked this up. But because I reacted to that Trivium song yesterday... I'm in drop C sharp, so I'm in Trivium tuning right now. Oh, that band has more than infiltrated my life, and I blame you. I blame all of you. You've really gone and ruined everything. Can you remember my comment on Instagram about Trivium when you with the barbecue neighborhood? I think there's more now. When is the wedding? So what do you think of Bullet for My Valentine's new album coming out? I started playing around in drop D. No, sorry, drop G. Because all my EP is pretty much down in that realm. It's in G sharp and drop A. So I just thought, okay, how much could it hurt to go down to drop G just to experiment with it? And I was thinking to myself, what could they possibly write in this tuning? You know, so I'm just expecting, you know, a load of 12th fret raggy on the bottom string songs. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think of that. But I'm excited for it. I've got no idea what to expect this time. Like literally nothing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, I've not played this on this guitar. So, to answer the 7-string question, I want one. Trivium, sends a shiver down my spine. Trivium have taught me how to use a 7-string without even having one. It all makes sense now. You know, as soon as I heard some of the Shogun stuff, I was like, that's how to use it, rather than just ragging away on that bottom string because you've got it, you know. So therefore, I am, you know, even when I'm just going, you know, just messing around with that, I just want to experience what it's like to do that on a 7-string. So yes, I would really like one. My go-to down-tuned guitar at the minute, though, is my Jazzmaster. I've got a set of 13s all the way down to 70 string gauge on that, so that's been kind of like acting like my 7-string, especially for my EP, tuning everything down that low, like G sharp and whatnot. So I love the feel of that guitar, makes me play really, really well. And I was thinking, I just want this as a 7-string. This is precisely what I want, just a Jim Root Jazzmaster as a 7-string. And all the 7-strings on the market just don't entice me at all. There is literally nothing. And as you all know, I had a very bad experience with the Jackson 7-string, which I sold as soon as I had the opportunity to get rid of that one. I took it. So, you know, it has to be right. There's a Jazzmaster ESP 7-string out right now, sorry. And I have social anxiety, can you tell? But yeah, there's a, even through a screen. But yeah, there's a 7-string ESP. It's somebody's signature guitar. It looks stunning, but it's only got one pickup. And if anybody knows me, I live on my neck pickup. And this trend at the minute of guitars with just one pickup. Jackson are doing it. ESP are doing it. It's doing my head in. So it's just like, yeah, as soon as a 7-string pops up that I actually like and is not a Matt Heffy 7-string Les Paul, you know, I will buy it because I'm intrigued. I think I've got the confidence to go in now after listening to Trivium and how to go about how they use it and gaining that understanding. They've shown me how you can really maximize on it without just, you know, just... It's not just made for, you know, asking Alexandria songs, even though they play 6-string. But you know what I mean, just ragging on the 6-string. But you bought the Matt Heffy Epiphone 7-string. It's supposed to get here today. Oh my God. New Guitar Day. Congratulations. I am so excited for you. So yeah, so usually I just prefer tuning my 6-strings down. Like I said, I love playing my Jazzmaster in the low tunings and stuff like that. And my other BC Rich, which is upstairs, that's got low strings on it. Heavy strings on it, sorry. But no, I want to try having 7 strings and use it like Trivium do. Who'd have thought? God forbid. But yeah, congratulations, New Guitar Day. What color did you get? Did you get the black one? Do they still do the white ones? Let me know. I'm interested. Oh, you got the white. Nice. Did you get the Evertune version as well, or? Ibanez do not make bad guitars. They're great, just not for me personally. Although the Jake Bowen Ibanez signature is probably one of the best guitars I've ever played. I'm surprised they're doing a new tuning and getting... pro soloing was hard. Learning how to solo with solo tabs online. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what they're going to write in that low tuning. There isn't an Evertune one for sale, I don't think. Matt has his personal one kitted with one, but they don't sell them with Evertunes, do they not? No. I thought that was like the thing, Matt. I mean, I'm not calling you a liar, but I'm just... Matt Heffy Epiphone. Oh! You're right. I mean, not that I was questioning you or anything. What's this one on eBay? Oh yeah, they're all hardtails. Ah! So it's only him who has the Evertune. Drop G is in the next bullet. Apparently, Padge said there's one Drop G song. Allegedly. I reckon that'll be next then. If they do like a reissue, I reckon he'll want the Evertune on there. I reckon. Ormsby, very cool, very nice. No production, Matt Heffy Evertune. You have to get it modded if you wanted that. Heffy teased one when the current guitars were in prototype stage, but it was never released. Huh. Maybe that would just send... I mean, I reckon you probably... How much does having an Evertune on your guitar, like, add to its value? I think his whole thing was price point, right? I mean, like, I'm just looking at two of them now. You got the white and you got the black, and they're both less than £1,000 sterling. Only by £1 though. £999. That's sick though. Fair play though. Like, if I was a Les Paul guy, I would 100% have that. I've always loved the look of a black Les Paul with white binding. I absolutely love it. Like, if I like Les Pauls, that would solve my issue. I just don't. But I would swap all the hardware out on it for black, for sure. The selling points are the thinner neck, passive active switch, weight relief, among other things. Okay. And also Fishman pickups, yeah. And I would not want those either. So maybe that guitar wouldn't be right for me. I think he said it would cost more. Also 900 guitar. Yeah, they are Chinese made. I forgot about that. Swings and roundabouts, though, isn't it? I don't think that things are as bad as they used to be, though, with where things are built anymore. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a time when China just equaled cheap guitars, but now, you know, my Epiphone Lee Malia guitar was made in China. You know, I think either that or Indonesia. These BC Riches are Korean. Right, what do you all want to hear? What do you want me to play? Can I do in waves? No. Every time I go to play it. How many times have I listened to this song? And oh, wait. Is that it? I know it's 14 and 10, right? I got a bass katana, and it's... Oh, comments are coming in thick and fast. And I appreciate you. I'm trying to keep up. Bass katana, and it sucks. Any good advice on small amps to get for heavy metal? Positive grid spark. That's pretty good. But, yeah. Checked C7 Evil Twin. Can't type Braille on a screen keyboard. Sucks. Yeah. Oh my God, Louis. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Oh my gosh, I'm getting lost with comments. 12 and 10, I think. Say Jap. Yeah, I always thought Japanese guitars were made well. I mean, like, ESP is Japanese, right? I mean, if you think about like, E2 and stuff like that. 12 and 10. Pretty sure when I did a reel on it, I was doing 14th fret, but you guys know Trivium better than I do, so I'll take your word for it. Oh my gosh, do you remember when I learnt this and I nearly had it down? It's such a good song. In Waves is probably my favorite Trivium album so far. Oh, I know. What about... I'm so gonna screw this up, but who cares? God damn, that guitar tone. I found the secret. I've got it. I have got the secret. Louis got it as well. Y'all jealous? We've got the secret. Yeah. I hate Ascendancy, and I really don't care if anybody unsubscribes with that statement, but I really just don't like it. I am sorry. I know. I'm not calling it a bad album. I know it means a lot to some of you guys, and I will never take that away from you. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I like albums by bands that people don't like. Screw it. But that album to me is just... I also would say that Trivium fans have kind of... Trivium fans' reactions have made me hate that album more. Because it's like, you have to love it! And it's like, you the more you say that, the more I'm just not going to want to give it any more of a chance. But I've listened to it. I've heard the whole thing on the front row. Paolo saw that I was not having a good time, and he looked at me and went, "I'll," kind of thing with a thumbs up. But at that point, I hadn't invested my time into Trivium at that point, and then Corey went ahead and spat on me. Unintentionally. Yeah, and I listened to it in the car, and I did write the Rain reaction. It's just wrong time. I just missed it. I just missed that album. So yeah, unfortunately, I think I just slept on that album. I'd paid to be spat on by Corey. Hey, watched one of the videos, by the way, which is really cool. They've been like engaging with me loads, which is very, very cool. Because Paolo is so on it with social media. Yeah, so yeah, the more people try and force the ascendancy thing, the more it's kind of like, the more I just kind of don't want to listen to it. Oh yeah, Gunshot is a good riff. How's that one go? Their social media presence is absolutely impeccable. But yeah, it's definitely been really cool to sort of like up. Sorry, it's been very cool to get their attention, or Paolo's attention. Yeah, Gunshot is a good. Like, Rain is a great riff. Like, who wouldn't like that? That is absolutely, like, killer. But the songs themselves just don't resonate with me, you know. And the one that's the emotional, is it Dying in Your Arms or something like that? It just makes me wince. I just really don't like it. But any more than somebody who probably heard Tears Don't Fall now all these years later, it would probably do the same thing to them. So, yeah. You can release new material on tour. Imagine that. Oh, man, he is salty. But yeah, my respect for Paolo has gone through the roof because he is a very, very good musician. And I like how he's very much kind of like a Lars Ulrich in that band. Heavily involved in the direction and the writing and stuff like that. You know, he's not just a bass player who does the bass players have that sort of reputation for just kind of being the adage, but he's very much involved in the writing, and it was him who pitched to bring the Phalanx back and see that to fruition and stuff like that, or bring that to fruition. So my respect for him, you know, yeah, he needs to, Trivium need to clean their act up a little bit with this whole bullet thing. It is annoying me, and I won't stand for any of it on my channel. And I swear to God, if I get one comment, not you guys, but like if I get one comment or trying to start rabble about all that stuff in my reaction videos or anything like that, bang, you're out. It's like we are not here to do that. We're letting the bands do the bands, and we're just here to enjoy the music and have a nice time together. But I do not endorse the, you know, what really annoyed me was this week when I put my Phalanx reaction out. Somebody left a comment and said, because it, you know, that was me kind of getting to the last album that they'd put out at that point. They left a comment saying, so now you can see that Trivium are far superior, basically, and Bullet, and the only reason why you would listen to Bullet is for nostalgia. That, you know, it's like, whoa, this whole thing, what do you want me to do? You want me to just renounce my favorite band? You know, it's like, no, this isn't a case of who's better or whatever. This isn't like some sort of dick measuring contest. I just want to enjoy Trivium's music because it's something different to me. It's not about who's better and all that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, god damn, it's like Metallica and Megadeth. You know what I mean? Beating that old horse. So, you know, you can like both. You're right. You can like both. And it really annoys me that there seems to be like this rift between certain fans now. Not everyone, but yeah. But somebody said Matt Heafy has been like kicking the hornet's nest every now and then, like, you know. And I really, it seems because Trivium fans love Matt Heafy. They do, like they do, and I've learned a lot, you know, and I'm not bracketing everybody who's a Trivium fan, but a lot of the die-hard kind of, you know, they treat Matt like he's kind of like their dad, and they so anything that he says kind of goes, you know. So it's kind of like if he's kind of encouraging that behavior, it kind of, he might just be doing it lightheartedly as a joke, which is funny, you know. But you know, it grieves me to see that if that, you know, there might be a rift between fans, and it's really not a case of who's better, you know. Megadeth, Metallica are great at what they do. Megadeth are great at what they do. If you don't like one or the other, that's fine. Just don't bully other people for enjoying it, you know. So yeah. Any riff suggestions? Anyone want to hear anything? I do remember how to play Bullet stuff, by the way, if anybody wants to hear me play Bullet. I will get to the Crusade album eventually, but right now I don't think that is going to get many views, if I'm honest, because it's not got the biggies on it, and people want to hear me listen to the biggies. So I will get to that when I start running out of those, I think. Favorite Bullet riff? Oh my. That one. Is this tone working for riffs? Tell me if it's not and it's annoying. It sounds great on the lead. So does this tone work for riffs as well? If not, I'll turn it off, but I really like it so much. How does that I learnt the oh, I've forgotten how it goes. Da da la da da. Oh god. Ah. Oh my god. Favorite Children of Bodom song? Punch Me I Bleed. Or maybe Blood Drunk. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Something like that. You know. That tail. Something like that. I don't quite remember the exact notes, but that's a cool song. And then my favorite, Alexi. I just love that run so much. It mathematically just works out. So I learned a lot of that stuff from Alex. I was a huge Bodom fan back in the day. Yeah. There's actually quite a lot of bands that I grew up listening to that you guys might be surprised by, that are equally as important as Metallica and Bullet and Trivium. No, you know, Slipknot, Alter Bridge, Black Label Society, Ozzy Osbourne, you know, Children of Bodom, Disturbed. I was a huge Disturbed fan. You can't deny Disturbed, you know. Like, they had some really... They had some really cool riffs back in the day. And, you know, when you're rousing around in your BMW M3... in Need for Speed, and that comes on, or whichever one it was. It wasn't that one. It was Decadent, wasn't it? It was a riff like that. So yeah, grew up on a lot of that. Am I weird for up-picking pinch harmonics? Wow, man. I've always done it and assumed everyone else did the same, and now I found out they're supposed to do it down-picked. Oh boy, right, okay. I don't know how you do that. Back in the day, though, I'm going way back to like 2006 and stuff like that. David Draymond's voice was just a voice that you heard, you know, when you were in school and stuff. So Disturbed was just, you know, when I was in school, that was just something that was around and it sounded cool. And I wasn't really exposed to much heavy metal at that point, especially not modern heavy metal, because it was just Metallica for me, you know. So that kind of sounded like cool to me, you know. And yeah, Disturbed have got some bangers. That Indestructible album's got some well good songs on it. I will stand by that band. That up-pick, though, thing you mentioned for the... Up-pick pinch harmonics, wow. And can you get them? Can you get them really good? Natural to you? I can sort of do it. No. Not for me. I did play Shadows of the Cross. Well noticed. Good morning, Alex. How are you? Yeah, I've always done it. I don't really have an effect on how they come out apart from having more pick noise. Hey, if it works for you, then yeah. But think about that though. Like if you wrote like an album that was loaded with pinch harmonics and you placed them in such a way that it was unique to you, nobody would be able to play your riffs. How cool would that be? So that would be like the unique appeal. It's just like, you know, how'd you get that pinch in there? Oh, well, I do it with an up pick, and then everybody would have to sort of relearn. You could have reinvented the way people do pinch harmonics. You know, do I know any Gojira? Well, it's all just There you go, something like that, and then every now and then. Something like that. Bro, why am I sitting in the dark? I've got my light on. And my ambient lights. And my little twinkly fairy lights. Well, this is chill, man. This is ambience, right? What are you saying? It's not that. You guys can see me. I've got my lights on. Yeah, I'm in my dark place, man. You want me to play dark riffs, you know? I gotta have all the lights out and be sad. Yeah, we will never be. I just literally live behind curtains. The curtains are open now as well, believe it or not. I thought I should let some light in, but yeah. What you guys don't know is there is a, you know, down here I've got my my computer and camper, but there is actually a ball and chain around my ankle, like strapped to this desk. I just don't leave. The insulation rug really adds to the atmosphere. Yeah, well, my girlfriend said this place needed a bit more of a woman's touch or a homely feel to it. I hate the rug, but the rug has to stay. And my Jackson Matt Tuck lives on it, silver one. So, yeah. Yeah. That's the story behind the rug. Or the two rugs, in fact. If you could have any of Trivium's guitars, which would you get? The upcoming signature Matt Heffy Explorer. Because I'm assuming that's going to happen. I hate Corey's Jacksons, but I did a video on that a while ago on guitars I hate. And I hate Les Pauls. So none, currently, as it stands. How important do you think are keyboards? Bullet let go of the higher end of the sonic spectrum, and yet it still sounds good. So synth and stuff like that, I reckon they'll bring that back on the next album. If they're doing all down-tuned guitars and stuff like that, the two just go hand in hand. I have synth on my EP, and I would never not want it, because I'm a big fan of like Bring Me and stuff like that, and you know, I think I'm Jordan Fish when I'm programming little bits of MIDI and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm all for it. And yeah, that was the end of the line. Hey, I've been watching your Trivium journey. As a former obsessive fan, I can only approve. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. How would you create an aggressive riff which is still complex and fun to play? I don't. My thing with riffs is keeping it simple. I'm kind of old style when it comes to riff writing. I like Caveman. You know, I like... Does that make sense? I like simplicity. The less I have to think about it, the better. The less of this that I have to do, the better. Okay. So yeah, it depends what, you know. I usually find like more complex riffs are like where you're moving the pedal point along the bottom, so 4th fret songs. You know, because you've got all these notes to play with underneath. You know, so yeah, those sorts of songs, or maybe something like that. You know, stuff like I don't know, like that's it depends what you mean by complex, because then you've got the other end of the spectrum, which is like trivium, not trivium, sorry, trivium on the brain, periphery, you know, like that is a different art form entirely, sorry, in its complexity. So it depends what you mean by technical. Top 3 female pop singers. Lady Gaga, that last album she put out, I was listening to it all day yesterday, and it is immense. She is one of the best singers out there, and you can all call me out for that, but it's absolutely incredible. It's so well written. There's so many elements on there. You know, there's like Bowie on there and all sorts musically. So I would say her. I would say Taylor Swift. I am a Swiftie, and I really don't care. And then I don't know if this classes as pop, but I would say London Grammar as well. I'm a huge fan of London Grammar. And what's her name? Hannah or something? She's got one of the best voices out there right now. So yeah, you didn't think I had an answer for that, did you? Huh? Sandsea has a good 4th fret song, just a bit complex. Yeah, I'm a total Swiftie. Someday I'll be living in a great big city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean? I 100%. What I mean by that though is like, do not get me wrong. I don't get in my car and go, oh, go on, put the Taylor Swift on and turn it up. You know, it's more if me and my partner are sat down and we're, you know, she's not massively a metalhead or anything, although we have certain bands that we can meet in the middle with, and she likes Taylor Swift, and I'll happily have that. But those guys are successful, and we're all probably sat at home talking to people through a screen with jobs to go to, you know, so who's really winning here? You know what I mean? And there's a difference between bad music and music you just don't get into. And I don't think anybody has the authority to say that, oh, well, that is bad. And even if that album or artist means something to somebody, you know, and they just completely go, no, it's bad, you shouldn't listen to it. It's like, what do you want me to do? Just say, no, I hate it, just to make you happy? You know? Music's supposed to bring people together. Which pop singer can you not stand? Oh God, I would say there's an artist called Lola something out there right now. My other half loves her. Lola Young, her name is, and I loathe her. Like, absolutely hate her. Can't stand her. My girlfriend loves her, but it's like grates against me. So that would probably be. And then, you know, you've got the I'll try and think of others, but that's one. Who else do I not like? I know I've made a point of kind of detaching myself from music that I don't enjoy listening to, so I can't think of any. So I don't waste brain cells about stuff that I hate. So nothing's coming to mind right now. What's your opinion on Avenged Sevenfold? Will you ever do lessons for them? Now that is a band I will never ever do anything on. Ever. I hate Avenged Sevenfold and I hate Matt Shadows. There you go. There's the extent. Oh yeah. Let's take a minute and break the ice. He sounds like David Draymond. Anyway, what else have we got here? So yeah, no, and lessons for Sinister Gates. I don't know what kind of guitar player you might have me down as, but I am not your you know, all that, you know. And then this run. There you go, you've had the extent of my Avenged Sevenfold knowledge from way back in the back of my head. Wait, why? The vocals are rasped, but the riffs and leads are undeniable. Yeah, I like the... No, I don't like. I appreciate it. Like I said, I can appreciate it, but it's just not my thing. And a vocalist will generally turn me on or off a band. Generally speaking. Listen to All Time Low. No, thank you. But you're a huge Dua Lipa fan. There you go. We've all got our stuff that we like that's not metal. Mine is 1975. Absolutely love 1975. Judge me. We've converted you to a Trevium fan. We convert you to an Avenged Sevenfold fan. Just need to get you away from Hell to the King. No, because I grew up around Avenged Sevenfold, and a lot of people who listened to them did not grow up around people listening to Trivium. So I heard a lot of Avenged Sevenfold, and you know, I know people hate Hail to the King. I know, I'm fully aware of what I'm doing here. But yeah, just Avenged are a band that just do not do it for me. So I have investigated them, unlike Trivium. I hadn't investigated far enough, you know. So it is different. Nihilist, are you in a band? I've been in several bands. I was in a band called Death Blooms up until last year, until they decided to disband last minute after putting a year's worth of work in. Do music, kids. It's great. And then I decided to leave my band, A Lost Cause, this year because it was making me miserable. So I am not done with music. My EP is currently sat with my producer right now, although we had a little bit of a... Have you guys have heard this? You guys have heard my little, my first single, a little teaser? No? No? If it'll come through, I'll show you. So I have been in bands, but now I'm just doing everything in-house. I'm doing the vocals, I'm doing the lyrics, the singing, the guitars, the writing, the recording, everything. Have you not heard that teaser? I've got album artwork for it and everything. It's my first EP. Where is it? The first single's called Red Flag, I'll tell you that much. Here it is. Can you hear that? Is OBS picking that up? Right, I need to get Matt Heffy guitars off my screen because I'm not going to be buying one. Right, one sec. Yeah, there you go. And that's all you're getting of that. But yeah, that's the first single. I hope that came through, by the way. If you didn't, I'll do it again. I'm going to listen to Lola Young after this. Yeah, knock yourself out, man. Make sure to watch the videos as well. They're a treat. Yeah, it's all me just going, ugh, into the microphone. For the Poison, how did Matt Tuck sing so well without proper vocal training or talent or luck, I guess? Yeah, talent. He's a natural singer, for sure. Yeah, that's sort of mixed. Yeah. Okay, no more. That's it. That is very close to the mix, but he wants to do a little bit more. So yeah. Do you like Orbit Culture? Bleed from? Oh yeah, Bleed from Within are sick. Orbit Culture were amazing. When I saw them with Trivium and Bullet. I've seen Bleed from Within twice. When I saw them support Bullet in 2021, I pulled the singer up into the audience because he grabbed my hand and went on Petrol's back, which was cool. When's it dropping? That is an excellent question. You'll have to ask my producer as soon as he's happy with the mix. So, yeah. But I'm going to be honest with you. I am sick of that song at this point. Just want to get to the new stuff. What songs do you think Bloodstock will play at Trivium? What song do you think Trivium will play at Bloodstock tonight? Oh, well, I'll open with that new one, right? Your screaming sounds like Corey's screaming. Oh, thanks. I guess that's a compliment. Yeah. Also, is it under the same? Yeah, I'm releasing it under Last Night too. Yeah. Got artwork for it and everything. Would you like a peek? That's a tease. So yeah, that's there will be two artworks. There'll be two artworks. There's the artwork for Red Flag, which is the single on its own, and then there'll be the artwork for In Hindsight, which is the EP's name. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and Patreons have got access to the intro track. So if anybody on here is one of my Patreons, you can go on that and scroll back just a little bit, and you'll hear the demo form for the intro for the album. Are there any metal hot takes that I have? Yeah, Matt Heffy sucks. No, joke. Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold. I hate them. You know, but that's not me laying the law down that they suck. It's just I don't particularly like them. But bucket list countries to travel to. Ooh, gosh, I've been to a fair few places. Where have I been? I've been to America twice. Florida, if you count that as America. Because it's not in, is it? I've been to Mexico. I've been to Barbados. Thailand, Spain, Italy, Madeira, Corfu. Is that it? Pretty sure there's others. Can't think. England, Scotland, because I'm in Wales. So bucket list countries. Iceland. Yeah, I would say Iceland for sure. Which other band than Bullet would you most like to open for? Metallica. Who wouldn't? Just to play on the donut stage, right? That'd be incredible. What an experience that would be. What about Iceland, the Northern Lights? Yeah, it just kind of looks like a very... My whole thing would be to go to Iceland and find like a studio that's like just like on the ice and record like an ambient album. And that would be awesome. And then go in one of those hot tub things afterwards and look at the northern lights and pretend I'm a dragonborn in Skyrim, basically. Favorite bullet for my Valentine song from each album, do you mean? Yeah, song. Okay. As it stands, A Voice Resides. Ashes of the Innocent. Pleasure and Pain. The Little Secret. Worthless. Gravity. Don't Need You. Duh. That's my favorite Bullet song ever. And the self-titled album. Parasite? Maybe Parasite, I guess. I wish they played Tears too. Yeah, you say that, but I don't think it would come across very well. You say that, it's like people would want them to play A Place Where You Belong, but I don't, the fullness just wouldn't be there. I just don't think it would work. What would you say is the best way to find people in my area to make a band with? Use websites, joinmyband.com. That's the one we have in Britain. I don't know where you are though, England. So yeah, and just put yourself out there. Start making a presence on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Just start preparing yourself for playing with others or in front of others, at least by making videos, even if they're crappy little reels, you know. Just start doing what I did and still do. Just literally just start putting stuff out, you know, and then hopefully that will bring the right people to you. The other band that I was in, Death Blooms, they found me via my YouTube channel, you know, and that got me into a band that was headlining shows, you know. So just start putting yourself out there in all mediums possible and make 30-second reels of you playing and just have an Instagram portfolio. So this case, when you do find people, you can go, hey, this is what I do. This is what I want my project to sound like or whatever, you know. What do you think on AI's impact of musicians? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Although it is helping me enormously with my social media plan at the minute. But yeah, it's rendering music valueless, basically, more and more. Hope Bullet will release a new song soon. I don't think they will. I feel like Tears Don't Fall Part 2. Wait. Sorry, I'll start that again. I feel about Tears 2 the way Metallica fans like Saint Anger. yeah, I get that. People are coming around to Saint Anger now. It is time for something new, but Bullet never rush. They take their time. They take at their leisure. You'll hear it when they decide it's time for you to hear it, and that's the way it goes. But hey, you'll hear my single before you hear their album, hopefully. So there's a plus. Voice Resides, Ashes, Pleasure Play, Don't Know the Secret, Worthless, Don't Need You, Parasite. That's... We know you're an actual Bullet fan. There's some underrated picks in there. Yeah, man. Absolutely. What do I think the new Bullet album will sound like? Synth will be back. and short songs and less guitar solos, and a bunch of these high up the neck riffs. As long as it comes out before GTA. I think intro is actually an incredible opener for an album. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, totally. That's great. With Apocalyptica on the strings. Imagine there's Bullet in GTA 6. Imagine. Can you contrast both my Valentine songs versus top 3 difference? Well, number 1, the progressiveness in Children of Bodom songs. You know, there's a lot of ad libs and leads and dives and squeals and stuff like that Bullet just don't do, you know. Vocally, there's no clean singing in Bodom, not really. And then I don't know, I just think Bodom are completely different. They've got more of a classical approach with their music because Alex was a trained violin player. Well, he's classical roots. Jack Fox, where are you from? I'm also looking to start a metal band. Here we go. Look at this. Bedfordshire, UK. It's bleak out here. Ooh, man, that is difficult. I'm from Kent. Oof, opposite ends of the country, I think. R.I.P. Alexi. Indeed, that was a horrible day. Like him and Joey Jordison back to back. Grim. So something similar to Gravity. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. I am. I think it'll be. I basically think Knives is the blueprint. He seems to like that song a lot. I think Knives is the blueprint. That it'll be like Knives, but with Gravity's production. That's what I think. Lyrics for Don't Need You. And the that riff. I just love that. The song is just a train. The chorus is huge. I was going through some really horrible stuff in my life when that song came about, and it just yeah, it just resonates with me, and every time I hear it, I'm just like, ooh, come on. You know, it just gets me all geared up, you know. And I think it's just a well together put song, you know. A put well together song. It's a well song that has been put together. Yeah. I think it's got everything besides solos, obviously, you know. And then just got a little bit of this, and any riff that does that. And then obviously it's got the tanky riff. Gravity did get way too much hate. But at the same time as that, they have gone on record and said at meet and greets, fans come to them and say, I love that album. So it is a bit of a weird one. Hey, you two, you're only 2 hours away from each other. Make it happen. Meet in the middle. Get a rehearsal space. Pirate. Although the pirate rehearsal space near me where I used to rehearse was dreadful. But yeah, that's the other thing I would say. I used to travel for a Lost Cause. Bear in mind I was in these two bands at the same time. For a Lost Cause, I used to travel to Manchester to rehearse, which is an hour away from me, plus. And then for Death Blooms, I'd have to go to Liverpool to rehearse. And our drummer, who was in Leeds, so just bear in mind, drummer is in Leeds, Padge. But our drummer was in Leeds, I was in Wales, and the frontman was in Liverpool. So, you know, drummer comes all the way from Leeds, I come all the way from Wales. That's like an hour and a bit each. You know, you've got to be willing to travel if you're going to do the band thing, and that's just the way. No, I don't blame you, actually. Yeah, London's expensive, man. But Pirate should be a fixed rate. Like, Pirate is what I used to use. And it should be. It's just the Pirate rehearsal's just horrible. Like, the one that we went to was just dreadful, but so apparently they're not all like that. But anyways, but yeah, there's this myth that Matt composes the Padge solos, but no, Padge has got his own style with it. Matt doesn't and can't play like that at that speed. So Patch does his solos, apart from the solos that obviously Matt composed. Pat has to do more solo. Yeah, I missed Matt's little I miss Matt's little lead sections and stuff like that. Good morning, William. Put them all in a timeout. They've all been acting up. They've all been super misbehaved this stream. So every last one of them. Jack, Fox, William, Kirk, Smith, all of them. Rice and Moody, just time them all out. Kick them off. No, everyone's been lovely and they've been asking lovely questions, and I appreciate everybody spending time with me on this Friday morning. It is Friday, right? I'm in Maryland, USA. I want to come to the UK for a concert one day, funeral for a friend. Yeah, you should. You should definitely do that. Especially especially see funeral for a friend, because that's a weird one. I've not really kept up with them. Good morning. Yeah, they take it out on me solo is pretty good. Yeah. And because William's here, I'll have to do some obligatory okay, there you go. That should tie you all over. Right, if you could have the riff skills of any guitarist and the solo skills of any other guitarist, which would you choose? Riff skills and, Zakk Wylde. Just for the pure ability to ad-lib, the way he'll just... It would be Zakk. He's like one of my favorite guitar players ever. I suppose if we're going riff skills, Hetfield, Matt Tuck, Matt Heffy, those are the guys when it comes to type rhythm guitar players. Jim Root, probably for the lead aspect, I would say. All that all that stuff that I'm not going to force you to listen to right now. Still loving that microshift effect. Yeah, I am. They encouraged me to keep it on, even though I said I'd turn it off if it was annoying them. Zakk's underrated in my opinion. Always in Randy. Yeah, exactly. He's just took what Randy did and ran with it and pays good homage. And Zakk is equally as important to me as Metallica, Bullet, Slipknot. Just because I don't do any Black Label stuff, it doesn't mean that how are you at singing while playing? When I was in the studio laying vocals down for my single, it dawned on me that I've got no plans to take this album on the road, but it dawned on me that I've got no chance basically to play these songs and sing. Like I can't do it. I used to do backing vocals in both my other bands, but in order to play as a frontman and do all the riffs, it's just impossible for me. It's something that I wish. So to answer your question about if you could have any riff skills or whatever, you know, not that I think I have peaked as a guitar player or anything like that, but the one skill I wish I had would be to sing and play at the same time. Massively. That is a proper left brain, right brain thing. So yeah, I would just say for that, the best thing to do, if it's something that you're wanting to do, is just have your guitar in hand while you're talking and just quietly just play for yourself. And see if you can just hold a conversation whilst playing certain riffs, like I'm trying to do. So just nice and slow, and see if you can hold C. I'm trying now. So like if I pick a riff, you know, Currents are sick. That oh god, what's that song? It's just a bunch of opens. Tube music. I love Fit for a King as well, and I need to check out the new album. Currents. On that last album, Death We Seek. Living in Tragedy. Oh man, what an album. Love that. What a song. Yeah. And yeah, starts so you know, if I just take a simple riff, like just see if you can play that and hold a conversation like I'm trying to do now. It's just impossible, yeah? So I'll try and answer a question whilst trying to play the riff. Jesus Priest, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Pantera. Rank these 4. Oh my god, that's not fair. Okay, well, Iron Maiden is at the bottom. Then, what, for me personally, because nobody can... For me personally, what I like, I would go... That's hard. Priest, Pantera, Maiden... No, sorry. Priest, Pantera, Megadeth, Maiden. Although Megadeth are interchangeable because I was the biggest Megadeth fan at one point. I had a Dave Mustaine guitar and everything. So it's my first Flying V, actually. Breaking Benjamin, they're a band that I kind of missed the party on, but I know a lot of people like those guys. Yeah, I really want to hear that Fit for a King album because, yeah, I was messing around in Drop F the other day because of them and, you know, Backbreaker and all that. Oh, that's where it's at for me. Any Children of Bodom song, yeah, I was trying to... So, yeah, so anyway, I'll try and answer a question now and just watch what happens, right? So Breaking Benjamin deep dive next. Here we go. So I personally don't like Breaking Ben. See, I can't do it. But yeah, I really don't like Breaking Benjamin. Have you seen any of Matt Heffy's live streams? He's straight up solos during choruses, sweet picking and shredding. Yeah, I know. I'm whilst holding a conversation. Yeah, I put them on in the background, like if I'm restringing or stuff like that, or if I'm doing like thumbnails and stuff, I'll just put some of his previous ones on just to chill out and learn, basically. My list is the opposite of yours. Yeah, I'm not really a big Iron Maiden fan myself. You're talking in the BPM of the song. Yeah, exactly. You know, if I take like I probably couldn't even do like a simple bullet song. So like, am I going insane? My blood is boiling outside of my veins. An evil feeling addicts. My body's shaking, there's no turning back. So take your eyes while Jamie would do that part. And if my world turns to black. It's just, yeah. Even a gappy one like that. Or can you imagine doing trying to sing over the top of that. Screw that, dude. How they do it, I've got no idea. Dude is reading chat, singing, soloing, and sometimes standing on one leg. Yeah. He's a bit of a superhuman, Matt, in a lot of ways, the way his brain works so fast. It's like a computer. Do I include the pre-Anselma era of Panther in your ranking? What the what's it called? It was called the heavy metal, or what was that early? They were sort of like glam. No, I do not. But if you're talking Phil Anselmo, where it's really at for me is Down, man. You know, that's I love Down so much. I'm just trying to think of a, you know. Love Down. Why am I trash at sweep picking? Because you're probably not going slow enough. Try and switch your brain off. I've found with sweep picking, not that I'm very good at it myself, but try and first and foremost, understand what you're doing. Don't learn the pattern. That classic that classic shape right there. Number one, it's an A minor triad, right? You've got, what have you got? A, C, E, A, C, E. So if you understand that A, C, and E equals A minor, you'll be targeting those notes instead of just going, oh, well, that's the pattern that they do, right? The other thing as well, I would say, when I'm teaching it, is to just try and don't aim for like straight away. Just try and get them as arpeggios, nice and slow, like that sort of thing. Yeah, and connect them together. That sort of a thing. Learn the minor one, which is that. Learn the major one, which is that one. Understand the notes. Understand that they're just chords played in a fancy way. The triads. And just, yeah, aim to get them sounding musical first before going in for the idea, you know? Just... He says... And keep your thumb on the back of the neck, unlike what I'm doing. That's important as well. Oh, and use your neck pickup, because that gives you that really warm sort of tone. So that's what I would say. All about coordinating your hands. Yeah, I am getting left so far behind. Yeah, Either Storm's a really good one to start with, you know. I am not good at sweep picking, William. It's so true. With 5-string sweeps, it helps to loop it by starting with 2 notes on the A and the high E string. It makes, yeah, because you need to get it in a pattern. The problem is when you learn this one, it's an odd note, odd amount of notes. 1, 2, 3, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not going to work. So try and get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Put that first note in down the bottom, or double pick the first one, but... I guarantee to you, you will not hear any sweeping on my EP. There's guitar solos, but no sweeping, because I hate it, you know. I loathe it. I really don't enjoy doing it. So yeah, Deliver Us from Evil. That's a good one to get into. For sweeping, yeah, totally. But yeah, don't If you like sweeping and it's desirable to you, then go for it. But don't, especially if you're maybe in the beginning stages and stuff, don't rest all your hopes and ambitions on like sweep picking. It's not the, oh well, if you can sweep pick, you've mastered guitar. It's not the be all and end all. You know, ask yourself, do you know all your bar chord shapes? It's one of the first things I drive all my students through, all my clients. Got to bear in mind, guys, I'm a full-time guitar teacher. You can't sweep pick effectively. Yeah. You know, ask yourself, do you know all your open chords? Do you know all your scale patterns? Do you understand how modes work? Never mind, it. You know, trust me, if it's in here, it will manifest on here. You know what I mean? What's the hardest song you tried to play that you can't, like, oh, man. Hardest song. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Probably anything by All That Remains. You know, but every now and then, if I don't, my whole thing is being trying to be a good type rhythm guitar player. That's what's fun for me, Gun. You know what I mean? And, you know, if that means that I'm not as effective at going, you know, all that sort of stuff, so be it. Whatever. You know, I get more out of a good riff than I do a guitar solo, you know. But every now and then I'll hear like a solo and I think, oh, that sounds really good. I wish I could do that. Like on Death Roll by Wage War. There's that's like a really cool solo, and that's got a really cool sweep pack in it. It's got this something like that. Anyway, so every now and then I'll hear a solo and go, oh, I wish I could do that. Yeah, like in Trivium. Yeah, Corey can handle all the shredding. That's exactly it. And that's why I won't bother doing any major Trivium covers, you know, because like I can't keep up with Corey's lead guitar playing. He's on a different level. It took me forever to get that that lick of his down, and I've only just about got it now. See? Hardest bullet solo? Ooh, I don't know, anything that goes... anything that does all that stuff. You know, Padge is really fast. He can be fast. Like that on what, Parasite? And then this little run here. That's a tricky one. Oh yeah, and that run. It still gets me even now. I can't do it. The problem is with that is... Problem is with that, at the top end of that, when he was picking that song apart, he bottles out a little bit on those last couple of notes. So it's like, what's he actually meant to be playing there? As you live in Wales, have you heard of the Manic Street Preachers? They're not a metal band, but they are my favorite band of all time. Oh wow, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I have heard of them, but I've not really played too much of them. Man, you make it look easy. Believe me, it is not. Yeah, I think everybody who's learned the demon thing. Something like that. And then what about this one? Something like that. People don't like that one either. Yeah, that's it. Anytime you've seen me do a lead, it's like, well, it's not because I want to, you know, and all of that. You know, my heart sinks if there's a Bullet song that I have to, a new one that I have to try and rush to get a cover out. My heart sinks when I hear a solo because it's like, have I really got to learn that? However, I like Patch because I know that he's going to do one or two things. You know, he's either going to do this run or this one. You know, when he does the whole you know, he ends everything with. That's the Patch pattern right there, you know. You'll do stuff like that, but that's the quintessential Patch pattern. Is soloing your least favorite? Yeah, I hate it. I loathe it. And I've got this reputation as a guy who's able to do it, but I can get by, but I do hate doing it. If you're more of a rhythm guitar player, what's your opinion on new metal? Yeah, man, I like Korn and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. You know? Yeah, definitely. And then, yeah, have you noticed on my Trivium reaction videos, if you've been keeping up with that series, when the solos happen, I kind of just go, yeah, okay, really good, and then I move on. It's because it's like, yeah, of course it's good. Yeah, it's great. It's brilliant, but it doesn't melt my face off. I'm more interested in the, you know, the little more interested in that, you know. You wouldn't want to learn that, you know. If you sat in front of somebody and you play that, you know, that's going to grab someone's attention. But if you start going, hey, look at this, it's like, okay, whatever. My brain just switches off, you know. Oh, man, now you're asking the questions. Look at you two, William and Jack. Breakdowns. Okay. I prefer a breakdown to a solo, halftime drums or double kick. Oh, man. Halftime. I'm going to go for, I think. Oh, yeah, and Josh from Silosis. Yeah, he's great, but I kind of find I don't want to talk bad, especially on a live stream, about him. All the apparently somebody's drilling outside. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I just think it's music that's really done well, Silosis, but it's quite sterile to me. Like, there's no emotion there. Not that I've found so far, but hey. But incredible. He's made a career and he's doing well on YouTube and he's sharing loads of mixing secrets, you know what I mean? So full props to the guy. You know, what he does is good, and he does it well. Yeah, water source, that type rhythm, absolutely nothing. Agreed. Yeah, Creeping Death, you know. It's got that thing. But again, you know, the riff underneath is what I'm far more interested by, you know. That's the stuff right there. That's where it's at for me. Come on. You know, yeah, all that stuff. My triplets are fast. But believe me, that's not come natural to me. It's something that I've obsessed over, like really bad. Like, and then I'll watch other people doing it, and I go, oh, mine aren't as good as that. So it's William, tell him. My wonderful moderator will tell you how guitar has just been an uphill battle for me. Yeah, fill them in on how good at galloping I really am. I'm really not. Leopard Messiah is such a good song. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and they played it at Download, right? What's your opinion on modern metalcore? It feels like it's deviated from the times of Bullet. Yeah, it massively has, but some bands are doing it well. But if you're looking for you will not find that. And yes, the flow picks are incredible. Try Prime. Yeah, that 86 Hetfield. Just can't keep it consistent. Anyway, just wondering, are you a fan of Devil Wears Prada? No, I am not particularly. But I haven't really given them too much time. Favorite and least favorite Metallica album? Least favorite would be 72 Seasons. And then my favorite would probably be, depending on the day, today is a Master of Puppets day. But tomorrow is a Ride the Lightning day. And then the day after, it might be a Load day. I will say that much. Depends on the day. What's my favorite clean part from Bullet for My Valentine? You know, I like all the in terms of my... No, needs more. What's my favorite scale and key? Depends on the day. Well, my favorite key is B minor. Now we're in clean tone land. Oh yeah, you had to get me there. You really really got me going now. A minor is my favorite, and I love Dorian. Have I messed with harmonic minor much? Oh yeah, of course. You know, like there you go. That's a very old riff of mine. Yeah, I don't remember if it's supposed to be down pick. That's supposed to... Trying to play it too fast, but yeah. Hearts burst into fire, yeah. Something like that. Picking that one apart for the next Patreon guitar lesson right now, actually. Yeah, William, I figured it out. I have figured it out. My suspicions were right. There's so much on there. There's like 12 strings buried in there. I'm pretty sure. Or at least acoustics. There's loads. So... I have to go. I've got a client lined up. So I will leave you with this. You guys know what to put in the comments. I'm going to butcher it. Come on, I want to see him. Come on. I can't leave the stream until I see a row of them. Yep, there's one. Keep them coming. Come on. Come on, one more. I want to see it. Right. You guys all going to be famous on my Instagram story. Do you want to buy it for anybody else? Yeah, go on, keep them coming. One more and I'll click. Okay. Taps. Okay, I'll get that one in. There we go. Oh, damn, there's one more. Right, okay. And then I have to go. Like, genuinely, guys. Right. There you go. Right, I will post that right now. But yeah, I've got 4 minutes until my client, guys. You guys have been incredible. I hope you've had a nice morning. I've had a lovely morning. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Good luck in all your endeavors. Keep fighting the good fight and all that stuff. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.